Hey guys, RC here, and today we got a Cobra 29. Bad thing about it is, so this is actually the before video, and we'll have the after here shortly, but this peak kit this bird meter right here, the peak kit has kicked the bucket. So I have another one over here, and it is kind of in a situation. It's in a placement where it's going to be a pain to get it out. So essentially, we're just going to read the average power here on the videos, but I will be checking the peak power, and I will let y'all know essentially what it is. But this won't stop the process of doing the radio, obviously, but just for the fair warning, or for what I'm trying to say is, I do have a Bird 43 over here with a peak kit, so it will be right when it leaves here. Just for the videos, for this one, we won't have peak, but it'll be all right. So, Cobra 29, this stock, from my knowledge, pretty much what it's reading out as. It's receiving, and that's pretty much it. It's just stock radio. We're actually going to come over here, like I said, to this will focus. 50-watt slug. Now this is the Bird 43 without the peak kit. So, excuse me. So, key it up. Gives us about a hair under a 4-watt dead key. Excuse me. Show you average power swing. 5 watts. So this radio is essentially bone stock. Alright guys, like I said, this is part 1 video. I apologize, can't show peak, but we just gotta keep going what we got here. So this issue will be resolved as fast as I can. I've actually ordered the parts for it. We're just waiting. So anyways, we'll catch y'all on the next section of the video. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Hey guys, RC here, and today we got a Cobra 29. Troy, this is your radio. This is actually the second part of the first video. We'll just go through what we did to it. Did a full tune-up on it. Widen receive, widen transmit, VFO wind-up on the channel 9 switch. Excuse me. You got variable power on the RF gain. Essentially just kind of the whole package. Once again, this is a 2017 model Cobra 29, so these do a little bit less than kind of most of them that we kind of do around here, just because of the newer models. I'm not a big fan of some modifications that are done to these to kind of get them up, so just kind of leave it as that. Anyways, once again, Troy, this is your radio, obviously. Kind of before we get into the video, so this was kind of like a whole interesting situation. So he actually contacted me. This radio's been done for a couple days. He contacted me, and obviously most of y'all know Brewster CB Radio Connection. Me and him were really good friends, partners somewhat. I guess that's how you could say. Kind of run our own separate thing, but anyways, he wanted an amplifier from him, and he was like, hey man, can you just ship it in the same package? So he actually purchased this from Brewster CB Radio Connections. This is a Carlbuilt C-40. It's a single 2290. It has the high and low on it. And so we're actually going to be testing all this together. I know the first part of the video was just kind of the radio, how it was. And so, but I do want to say before we go any further, I have all these jumpers. As you can tell, it's kind of like it's a spider's web back here. Anyways, but just want to say up front, I will not be able to show your peak power. You already know that. I won't be able to show it on the video, but I've already pre-tested it. I'll tell you exactly what the radio did as it sit before it goes through all this. It did about 8.5 RMS, 35 peak. And that's about what I expect out of these. Anyways, so we'll just get right to it. Turn the carrier all the way up, just to show, you know, the receive on it. So that's with the noise blinker all the way off. You turn it on, literally no noise whatsoever. And don't forget, we are on a dummy load, so, but just to kind of show a reference. Mic gain all the way open, carrier's all the way open. We're actually going to test the VFO windup. We'll flip over here to the 148. Going to turn the mic gain all the way off. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So we're going to key this up right here. And then we'll turn it off. So that's working properly. Anyways, so we'll just get right to it. I'm going to show you what the radio's doing as it's going through all these jumpers and stuff. Just right off the bat, it's going to do less than what I said just because of all these runs. So we're actually going from here to here, here to here, here into the dummy load. So anyways, we'll get right to it. This is just with the radio. This is a 50 watt, hold on, so let me move this, 50 watt slug. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but currently waiting on a whole nother peak kit. And actually the 2 meters I have, the peak kits actually died in both of them. So anyways, we'll just show, to actually show it doesn't have a peak kit in it. So anyways, all the way up on the carrier, just a little over 5 watts. Turn the mic gain back up. So your average power swing. Oh, audio. You know, 7 watts average. And that's what I expected, you know, going through all this right here. So anyways, we'll turn the carrier down just to kind of show how smooth it is. And you can just literally dial it in where you want to. Start at nothing. Oh, audio. 6 watts, and that's what I'd really expect. Oh, audio. So, but this little 1 pill, don't let this fool you. You'll actually see a pretty decent amount of power. So we're gonna flip this on. Like I said, it's a single 2290. It's brand new, C-40. We're gonna put it on the max. So that is your high. I don't know why it's labeled like this. So your max is your high power, and your high is technically your low power. So anyways, we're gonna flip it on high. We're just gonna kind of show you what it is on a 50 watt slug. This is, like I said, average power. We're gonna key it up. There we go. So apologize, hard to do this with one hand. So we got a 5 watt carrier. Like I said, we're reading the middle scale. We're going to show you the average power swing for this 29 hitting this little 1 pill. Oh, audio. 45 average. We're just going to flip it on low, I guess, or high. Okay, sorry, I had that backwards. So your high power is actually your high power, and your max is your low power. So as you can tell, we went up on dead key. So that's about a 9 watt carrier. I'll show you the average power swing. Oh, you know, 50 watts RMS. So I'm actually gonna pull this slug out. The smallest I've got right now is a 250. So we're gonna put this in just to kind of show for reference. 250 watt slug, we're looking at the top scale, where the 5 is 50 and 10 is 100, and between is 75. And this is still on the high power mode on the 1 pill. Oh, audio. So right at 50 watts. So I'm actually gonna flip it back down just to kind of see the difference. See if it made anything. Oh, went down 5 watts. Now, once again, I repeat, this is, you know, RMS, or average power. So, hate that I can't show the peak power. I mean, I can't let that stop me here. But like I said, you know, this was tested on my personal station with my other meter with my peak kit in it. 35 peak, 8 watts RMS. So, Troy, I think you'd be pretty pleased with this, just because, you know, it's kind of worked out pretty good. Because if this radio was tuned about 10 or 11 average, I mean, you know, in my opinion, you'd be hitting this a little bit too hard. So it kind of worked out pretty good, and it's doing great average power for what it is. So, anyways, you know, and just take that as for reference. So, you know, if you're doing 50 RMS, rule of thumb that this is not always all the time, you know, is about 2.5 times your average power. So, you know, be looking at about, you know, 125-ish peak, 110. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Anyways, guys, big announcement coming up. Big changes coming. And hopefully y'all won't have to see this mess no more. Anyways, we'll catch you on the flip. We'll see you. Bye-bye-bye.